I recommend the CELTA strongly to anybody who is interested in teaching English as a foreign language. There isn't really any other course that I can think of that has this kind of recognition worldwide.
The CELTA is absolutely one-of-a-kind course. It provides a kind of very hands-on practical training.
I decided to get the CELTA because I wanted to teach English abroad, and I felt that before I went, I wanted to get some training for it.
Knowing people working in the ESL domain, I do know that CELTA is very, very recognized, and all employers would look for a CELTA.
Look at the job listings. What are they asking for? They want the CELTA, so it's really a good investment if it's something you plan to do.
I always love the opportunity to come back to Boston. I love it as a city. It's so walkable, it's easy to be here.
I think it's very user-friendly. The public transport is really easy. People are very friendly.
What makes Boston great is just the history here, the fact that, we can be taking a course a few blocks away from, where the Revolutionary War started.
There are a lot of attractions within the city of Boston. I mean, there are a lot of historic things, great shopping, great seafood.
I'd say it's quirky, and there are lots of different little neighborhoods that you can get to know.
When we do our tutorial in the afternoon, we get a lot of different people from around the world.
We had people from all over, for example, Morocco, Japan, China, all these places in the Middle East, Kazakhstan.
There's nothing quite like teaching multinational classes. They have to use English to communicate with each other, so it's inspiring to hear them engaging in the English language while you're teaching even. The CELTA course, if you're doing it on a full-time basis, which most people do, is very intensive. So it's a lot of work, but it's really worthwhile.
In the morning, we'll do a few hours of class, and they'll kind of give us some tips on various things in the classroom.
One thing about the CELTA program that's very unique, I think, is the teachers model what they're teaching.
So whenever they do an input session, they use the same techniques that they want us to use in class.
The input sessions are important because they set everything up, but it's actually that the teaching practice is the bit where I think the learning really kind of takes place.
Lessons in the morning, and then you're teaching in the afternoon, and that forces you to incorporate everything that you learn in the morning right away into your teaching practices.
There is definitely a benefit from learning it and being able to implement, the particular technique or activity within the next couple of days.
When we're not teaching, we're observing the other teachers, which I found really helpful for myself, just seeing what they do well and how can I incorporate that.
Class gives you confidence in the sense that you feel much more prepared, much more aware of what you need to be doing in the classroom.
It's more than just teaching, getting to learn about myself in the process and working with others and working with tutors and hearing their experiences, and it's just this very dynamic program.
If you have a CELTA, schools everywhere in the world are aware of what that means. They know what you've been through, they know what you can do.
CELTA is kind of a passport to the world because it allows you to really pick up and move anywhere and be able to support yourself.
When you get the CELTA, you're immediately faced with all of these options, so many places around the world.
As long as Patrick and I, my husband and I, pass this course, we are hired to teach in Stavropol, Russia.
I'd love to go to Morocco. I'd love to do some things in North Africa. I know there's lots of opportunity there. Taiwan. I hope with getting the CELTA that I'll teach English in Taiwan.
This has just been a great learning experience. I'm not going to ever regret this decision that I came to Boston to do it.